be showing you guys the all-new 2020 Explorer.
Hey guys, it's Nick and Addie. As Addie said, we are reviewing the 2020 Explorer today, and this one is a Platinum Edition, so it'll have a lot of the features that a lot of people are looking for on them. Maybe not all the features that this one has, because the Platinum does have a lot of awesome features, which we'll kind of talk about when we take our test drive in a little bit more. But just wanted to show you this because Ford did an amazing job on the all-new 2020 Explorer. There's really not much that they brought over from the 2019. The vehicle is all new, as I said, and we want to get into that for you right now. So hope you guys enjoy the review. Alright guys, first thing about the all-new 2020 Explorer is that it is 6 inches longer in its wheelbase. And a lot of that is due to them now going back to rear-wheel drive. It seems like a lot of the reviews I've been watching about the Explorer, everybody talking about Ford going to rear-wheel drive. We've been in rear-wheel drive vehicles with the Explorer before. The 6th generation is really just emulating what like the 4th generation was. They had a rear-wheel drive in the 2010 model and previous models that weren't 4-wheel drive. So Ford's gone back to that, and a lot of great features have come out because of it being rear-wheel drive, and with that being 6 inches longer. Let's go over a few of the great features that this vehicle is offering right now.
For the 2020 model, the new hood release is you'll pull this twice, and that actually fully releases the hood when you go around to the front.
This 2020 Platinum comes standard with the 3-liter EcoBoost, and actually Ford's got 4 different engines for the Explorer this year. You've got a 2.3-liter single turbocharged engine, which is putting out 300 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. This engine, being the 3-liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost, is 365 with 380 foot-pounds of torque. And then you have the high output version, which is in the STs. The ST model is putting out 400 horsepower and 415. And then the last powertrain model that they have for this lineup is the hybrid engine, which is new for the Explorer. It's a 3.3-liter V6 with hybrid technology added to it, which, by what Ford's saying, is going to give consumers up to 500 miles on a tank of fuel with the rear-wheel drive. And if you get the all-wheel drive version, you can go up to 450 miles on a tank. One of the great features Ford's added to these vehicles as an option is this 10.1 portrait style screen here. It has all your information that you'll ever want for the vehicle and for whatever you might be doing. You have your navigation, lets your phone know which phone is connected. Also will tell you when a text message comes in, and then your audio. Other great features are down here at the bottom: your audio, phone, nav, apps, and settings. Ford still allows Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Alexa interfaces with this as well. Other cool things you have in here is your driver assistance, which if you go into this screen here, will go through a lot of your other features: your adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, pre-collision. You'll be able to turn these on and off whenever you really don't want to use that feature, and just hit the back button. All of your connectivity, vehicle functions are in here. Even your multi-contoured seats are right in here, right at a touch. Right below that screen, you've got all of your climate controls and functions here, along with the 360-degree camera, front camera, all through this button here. Park sensors, and then also your heated and air-conditioned seats, as well as on the driver's side, the heated steering wheel. Another great functionality is all these can pretty much be connected by just voice commands of telling what temperature you want it set at, fan speeds, and things like that. Right below that, in the compartment here, you have your USB connector along with a USB-C connector up front, which a lot of phone companies have gone to for charging in that as well. You'll also find the center console, not only the new fob, which Ford's come out with in the last few years, which has your lock, unlock, remote start, and tailgate release. You'll also have the rotary style knob that Ford's gone to on a lot of their vehicles, as well as your emergency parking brake, which is electronic. There's that auto hold feature that I'll talk about a little bit more as we go on the test drive and what it does. And then your drive modes, whether it's for sand, snow, slippery weather. If you want to go into sport mode, there's 7 different drive modes in this as well, which will show up through your 12-inch screen right here, which Ford has really done a great job with. Amazing look to it. Has, again, all the information you need about the vehicle and what's going on with it. But also you've got your automatic start-stop to be able to turn that off. Parking assist to do parallel parking, perpendicular parking, in and out now. This is your hill descent control, basically cruise control for off-roaders who like to go down steep hills. And then this is your traction control button to be able to turn it off.
Hey guys, so I'm going to show you everything that are back here. So there is some USB plugs for when you have vacation, and here is a 110 volt plug. And here is your climate control, heated seats, and here are some pretty deep storage. And there is also a sunshade. We just bring it up and hook it on these 2 hooks up here.
And then also, Addie, why don't you show us how easy it is to get into the back seats?
Okay.
What Ford has done for 2020 is the captain's chairs are now standard in the 2020 Explorer, and the bench seat has become the option. One thing that Addie just stepped over, Ford actually has in a center console that's really low to the ground, and it's actually meant to be stepped on by Ford, knowing people are going to be getting in and out. So the cup holders are a little bit more shallow, but still does exactly what you need it to. And those families that have kids in car seats, so Ford has made it super easy to get to the latch system on these vehicles. So you have latch system in both seats on the second row, and also in the third row, Ford is giving you latch system in both back seat as well. Now with Ford, the rear seat is only 2 passenger. I know a lot of Ford has made the third row in the Explorer for a long time just a 2 passenger. You only have 2 seat belts back there, and I know a lot of other manufacturers have a 3 row. It is more comfortable to me just to have the 2 people back there, but I love that Ford has put that latch system back there now for the parents that have the kids that are still in booster seats or car seats, now giving you the capability of having 4 car seats back there and still making it easy to get in and out of the back seat through this pass-through. Or let's show you one more feature as Addie gets out of the car. All right, so for what Ford has done here to get out of the second row, or the third row, besides coming through the pass-throughs, Ford's put this button right up here for the people in the third row to be able to press. You press this, the seat comes forward. All Addison has to do is push it a little bit more forward. It slides, and then Ford's giving you these step pads actually to get in and out of the vehicle. Again, makes it super easy to get in and out of the third row. Another thing Ford added, guys, to the 2020 Explorer is a really great storage space in the back of these vehicles with the third row up or even down. Let's show you that right now. So you still have the hands-free liftgate operation, which I love that Ford's done that. Also, you have the third row that's capable of folding down with a simple press of the left-right, and they automatically fold in this Platinum Edition, which is going to give you a ton of cargo space just behind the second row. Now, Ford's giving you to where you're able to put and have a flat load floor back here, but this can actually be moved out of the way and give you a little bit of a deeper well to keep things more stable in the back. And then these trays on the side can also be removed as well for more storage on either side. Just another great feature Ford's done with that. And the second row can still be folded down, giving you even more storage all the way to the front. All right, guys, we're back here in the driver's cockpit and wanted to show you again that 12.3-inch LCD screen that Ford is now using on a lot of their vehicles, really, and they haven't skimped it here on the Explorer Platinum Edition either. So you've got this beautiful screen, nice soft blue, giving a lot of the information. As we pan back here, you'll see the controls are right here on the steering wheel. You've got the menu button over here, which will then change what you can actually see on the screen itself. Go right back. And then a lot of your functionality here for your lane keep or adaptive cruise, which is here's your gap setting, your lane centering, cruise on and off, and then set resume. Obviously, I had to get used to this. Ford's put the volume controls for the audio system here on the left-hand side, and then you have a lot of the functionality over here, again, for your Bluetooth phone functionality over here. Your menu buttons have been placed over here instead of the volume buttons. But again, great features with these. This one does have the paddle shifters on it, which a lot of Ford vehicles are coming with. Automatic windshield wipers. You do have your lane keeping system is over here on the left-hand side, to be able to turn that on and off. But just a great looking vehicle with amazing technology. We're going to take her out for a spin here in just a sec, kind of go over some of the other features we were just kind of talking about, see what we think. All right, guys, yeah, we're out in the 2020 Explorer now, just driving around our town here as we're, just trying it out in town. It feels really good. I do like that the steering wheel is, on this Platinum, is heated, so it's, 34 degrees here in Central Illinois, but it's really nice to have a heated steering wheel. It does have the heated seats, obviously. The other great thing about the steering wheel, really, is that it's really thick. This leather steering wheel is really nice. It's easy to grip onto. Gives you a lot to grip onto anymore. It feels like sometimes the steering wheels are really thin. The other cool feature about this one is it does have the auto hold feature. So I'm sitting at a stop sign right now with my foot not on the brake, with cars coming from the left and the right. So I don't have to hold the brake, but it's a great feature. Just if you're in that lot of stop and go traffic, you don't constantly have to hold down the brake. But the great thing about this 3-liter EcoBoost and this Platinum is it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of torque to it. But again, another great thing about the all-new Explorer is the 6-inch longer wheelbase. It rides even a little bit smoother than the previous generation, which was the 5th generation. This would be the 6th generation now. Rides really smooth. I mean, even in town, you got a lot of bumps because of the hard winters we have here in Central Illinois, a lot of potholes, things like that. But it feels really solid as we're driving around corners, just like right now. Feels really good as far as taking on the bumps, and just feels really connected to the ground as well. So it's a great vehicle. I love driving it. Again, all the functionality is right here at your fingertips or at the sound of your voice. I mean, Sync is able to change temperature, change radio stations, fan speeds, all that just by voice commands, navigation. I mean, anything that the infotainment screen can do with Sync 3, it can change that for you. So again, lots of driver interaction stuff as well with the Sync 3 system, but then you've got a lot of technology on these vehicles anymore. I am really impressed with the adaptive cruise control. Also has the automatic emergency braking systems on these vehicles. It'll slow you down, it'll apply brakes. It even has the reverse backup system as well. So if you start backing up and there is something behind you, it'll apply the brake. So again, great safety features, great convenience features, great driver features basically with this vehicle. If you're going to take long trips, the Platinums have the seats that can actually do the massaging in it, promote that blood flow throughout your legs and your back, so on those longer trips you don't get fatigued as easily. And then just the screens around you, giving all the information you'd ever want about what you're listening to, where you're at as far as maps go, and then the 12.3-inch LCD screen that you have for your dash. Really intuitive, giving you all the information as far as what drive mode you're in, what you're getting for fuel mileage, speedometer, even lane keeping, and lane centering on these vehicles now too. It does give you a warning though if you take your hands off the steering wheel for too long, because it will keep you in the center lane, but it will alert you when it knows that your hands are not on the steering wheel. And just one of my all-time favorite features though is still the adaptive cruise, cruising down the road, and as you come up to a slower vehicle, it slows you down. You come into town, it slows you down to the vehicle in front of you. Be careful, because I don't think a police officer is going to care that the guy in front of you was doing 45 in a 30 zone and you were continuing to do 45. So be careful on that. But then coming up to a stop sign, the system slows you down and basically brings you to a stop. I had that last night driving it. I love that feature. Amazing feature to me. Just a lot less having to reduce speed, increase speed because the guy in front of you is not using cruise control. So love the way this rides. Plenty of space in the back. With that 6-inch longer wheelbase, you're getting more space up front, more space in the second row, more space in the third row, more cargo room. You're getting a lot of stuff just because Ford decided to go back to rear-wheel drive in the Explorer, give you a 6-inch longer wheelbase, being able to put those wheels out to the corners and give you more. That's what the all-new Explorer is about, giving the customer, the consumer, more of what they need. More space, more technology, more horsepower, just everything that a family would want in a vehicle. This has it. Great all-around vehicle, great ride, great functionality, amazing technology. Well, guys, we're back from our test drive. Hopefully I was able to give you some information on that test drive about some of the new technology that Ford has. I mean, they've got their host of technology features, whether it's for safety, whether it is for convenience. Adaptive cruise control, always going to be one of my favorite features. But then the lane centering, lane keeping, even the automatic windshield wipers. I mean, there's so many pieces to these vehicles now, along with how Ford's packaging them all with their co-pilot assist. And then with these vehicles, we got different trim levels. You have the XLT, you have the limited hybrid, the platinum, and the ST, with 4 different engine options. 2 different 3-liter twin turbocharge, a 2.3-liter single turbocharge, and the all-new 3.3-liter hybrid, all mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, which I didn't even go over. But Addie and I really do like the ride of the vehicle. We like the space, and the technology features have been amazing.
I really like that there's heated seats in back because I've never had those. And I like how it rides. I like the sunshade. I like everything.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, Addie brought up the second row heated seats. That is not a feature specific to the Platinum. On the XLT with the comfort package, which gives you the Active X seating, which isn't leather, but it's really great for families that are on the move, have dogs. It's more durable than leather. It doesn't scratch as easy. But on that package, the second row is also heated with the captain's chair. So again, not something that's specific to this Platinum. And then also, as you can see in our video here, we do have the panoramic vista roof, which is still a feature that a lot of people do like. But all in all, I think Addie and I both really like what Ford's done with the 2020 Explorer. Lots more room, great ride because of what they've done with the engine, making it a rear-wheel drive vehicle. So now the engine is going front to back instead of side to side like in previous models. Helps out with weight distribution, helps out with better towing capacity. I mean, this Explorer has up to 5,600 pounds worth of towing capacity, which is up from last year. And it's still a great ride. It's a muscular, sporty looking SUV. Again, putting the sport back in sport utility vehicle. Just a great vehicle. Really appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button down here at the bottom. Hit any comments you'd like to make, and if there's other vehicles that you'd like to see Addie and I or the monkey doing here on Monkey Business, please let us know. We really appreciate you guys. Hopefully you found this informational, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Bye.